there was late-night drama in Tamil Nadu, with ministers and MPs going into a huddle for a patch-up with the rival OPS camp. After a marathon meeting, Finance Minister Jayakumar came out and addressed the press, saying that the talks were to keep the party united and to save the precious two-leaf party symbol. Uma Sudhir now joins us for more on this. Uma, two questions to you. What is the compromise formula that they are looking at? And how much of this is a coup of sorts against the Sasikala family?
Rohit, the emergency 2-hour meeting, in fact, has concluded, and after coming out, Mr. Jayakumar, senior minister in the AIADMK government, in fact, has said that they had spoken about working out the compromise formula, that they are welcoming the proposal of Mr. O Panneerselvam, that he's open to talks with the parent party that he had rebelled against after Sasikala had made a bid to become the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Interestingly, Mr. Jayakumar did not mention that they had spoken about TTV Dinakaran or Sasikala stepping down, even though there has been a lot of talk, and what we are hearing from our sources is that several ministers and MLAs have in fact put pressure on Mr. Dinakaran to quit, especially after the allegations of bribery in the run-up to the RK Nagar by-election, which was of course countermanded, and also in a bid to allegedly get the two-leaf symbol, that there was an FIR filed in Delhi in which Mr. Dinakaran's name has come up as well. So what they are looking at is, if a compromise is worked out, for Edappadi Palaniswamy could continue as the Chief Minister. Mr. O Panneerselvam, who in fact was the rebel leader who walked out, he could be made the General Secretary of the party. That of course, if Sasikala were to step down. The third thing that they're talking about is Mr. Ingotian, who was the Presidium Chairman, he would be replaced once again by Mr. Madhusudanan, a very senior leader of the party. All this, of course, is what our sources are right now sharing with us. Very important will also be the caste equation. As you know, Seva community, a very powerful community to which Sasikala belongs. Mr. Panneerselvam also belongs to the same community, but Mr. E. Palaniswamy belongs to the Gounder community, and there could be that balance that is worked out. Caste also likely to play a role in who gets to be what under this new compromise formula. As of now, officially, the emergency meeting is over. They have not announced any compromise, but they have announced their willingness to work towards and talk about a compromise between the two groups, the EPS group and the OPS group. Also, interestingly, they are mentioning that Mr. Dinakaran is away right now in Bengaluru, and therefore not taken a call. He's not taken a call on this issue as of now. Of course, Mr. Dinakaran had gone to meet Sasikala, his aunt, in the Bengaluru prison, but was unable to meet her today. Back to you, Rohit.
Right, Uma. So big story there with the two rival factions working on a possible compromise, or at least talking of the willingness to work on a compromise in Tamil Nadu. Uma, how much pressure is there on Sasikala and Dinakaran to quit the party?
Sasikala and Dinakaran certainly not going to go out without a fight. That is very, very obvious. In fact, right after Jayalalitha's death, the manner in which Sasikala, in fact, has built up her image within the party and has became the General Secretary, and therefore afterwards tried to become the Chief Minister of the state, all that did show that she is ambitious to retain her hold over the party and the government as well. Right now, we do know that the pressure is building up, especially after three main developments. One, the IT raids that happened at the residence of Tamil Nadu's Health Minister, Mr. Vijay Bhaskar, after which there were documents seized that allegedly showed that there was an attempt to bribe. So the perception being in the public that Dinakaran's group and Sasikala group are in fact bringing disrepute to the party, and therefore certain MLAs and ministers are in fact gone to meet Mr. Dinakaran on Tamil New Year's Day, the 14th of this month, and had conveyed to him that they would like him to step aside. But Dinakaran apparently at that meeting said that no, he is not willing to give up, and he is not open to this idea of a compromise with the OPS group, and he had in fact said that he has enough number of MLAs to not allow even those who are rebelling against him to, even if they were to go and join hands with OPS, he would not allow them to form a government. There is one of our sources, in fact, even said that he went to the extent of saying that he would ensure that the opposition party, that is the DMK, would in fact become form the government and would not let an AIADMK without Sasikala and Dinakaran to form the ruling government in Tamil Nadu. The second important thing that has happened, of course, is the FIR that was lodged by the Delhi police, in which Mr. Dinakaran has been named. Of course, there's talk about 50 crore rupees allegedly being spoken of as an amount to be paid in order to ensure that the AIADMK Amma faction, that is the Sasikala faction, does retain the two leaf symbols. This, of course, is still a very preliminary stage of the investigation. There was a man who was arrested with 1.3 crore rupees, Sikesh Chandra Shekhar, who is being called a middleman in this particular case, and police will be interrogating him over the next few days. It's likely that we will see summons being issued to Mr. Dinakaran as well. So all that, of course, certainly adding up to the pressure on Mr. Dinakaran to step down, step aside. And the ministers today talking about the fact that they want to save the government, they want to save the party, and they want to keep the party united. Certainly something that Mr. Dinakaran and Sasikala have certainly not spoken about. So this is certainly looking like a rebellion against the Sasikala and the Dinakaran faction, even though as of now, Fisheries Minister Jayakumar did not mention anything about rebellion against Dinakaran.